Welcome to the Dowden Podcast. I'm your host, the official CRG, and today I want to talk about cloud seeding and the positive and negative effects it has on our environment as a whole. But before we get started, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. That way you don't miss any weekly episodes and posts. You can find video of this episode strictly on YouTube, but the audio everywhere else. But to get right into it, artificial storms or cloud seeding was first found by scientists in 1946, having them find that they could use silver iodine, which is an inorganic compound, and dry ice to help produce ice crystals in dry clouds. And the reason why that's so important is because not every single cloud can produce rain. So when you do cloud seeding, the silver iodide and the dry ice then mix together, enhancing the ice crystals throughout the clouds, giving it enough moisture to then produce rainfall. So, as climates continue to rise due to human controlled climate change and things start to get hotter and drier, cloud seeding could be seen as an alternative. But it could also make other places in the world even drier for the ones that already flourish, because water cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed through the spectrum of the water cycle. Now, when it comes to the positive and negative effects of cloud seeding, it does have its positives, allowing it to help dry lands and dry clouds. But it can also cause a massive amount of flooding and erosion due to these artificial storms. For example, some private companies and governments use cloud seeding to help drought mitigation and even help year-long snowfall for certain year-long ski and snowboard resorts. And even some hydroelectric companies use cloud seeding to help with the fog for airport visibility and use it for spring runoff. So, cloud seeding does have its positive effects, but just like everything else, they do have its negatives. And unfortunately, this outweigh it by a lot due to its severity and long lasting effects. You see, cloud seeding does not affect our overall weather and climate patterns, but what it does do is emit major amounts of air pollution into our atmosphere, because silver iodine is an inorganic compound and a chemical, and if ingested, it can be very harmful for humans and animals. Also, with cloud seeding, you're then altering precipitation patterns, which can drastically change ecosystems and wildlife. And the reason why that's a problem is because when you cloud seed, you, like I said, alter the rain, which is going to make it harder for the animals to adapt if they can at all. And it's going to cause major flooding and erosion, which can then take away from that wildlife's food source. So, at the end of the day, cloud seeding can have its positive effects, but unfortunately, the negatives outweigh it a lot due to its severity, like I said, and its long lasting effects. But with that said, today's quote is by Margaret Mead. She once said, "Never believe that a few caring people can't change the world, for indeed, that's all who ever have." I appreciate you tuning in. You can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And this is the Dowden Podcasts.